This question confuses everyone. Should I focus on listening first or should I start speaking right away? Here's the truth. Most language teachers will tell you to listen first, but some experts say you should speak from day one. So, who's right? Hi, I'm Sam, and I've been teaching English for 10 years. Today, I'll break down the pros and cons of both approaches, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one is best for you. Ready? Let's dive in. First, let's define what we're comparing. Listening first approach. This means you spend weeks or even months just listening to English, podcasts, videos, audiobooks, without trying to speak. You build a mental library of sounds and patterns first. Famous example, Stephen Krashen's input hypothesis. He says you need comprehensible input before output. Speaking first approach. This means you start speaking from day one, even if you only know 10 words. You make mistakes, you stumble, but you force yourself to communicate. Famous example, Benny Lewis, the fluent in 3 months guy. He says, speak from day one or you'll never start. So, which camp are you in? Now, let's compare these two approaches across 5 key dimensions. Comparison number 1, beginner experience. Listening first. Pros, less stressful. You don't feel embarrassed. You absorb natural pronunciation and intonation. Cons. It can feel slow. You might get impatient because you're not doing anything visible. Speaking first pros. Instant feedback. You feel productive. You learn what you don't know very quickly. Cons, it's scary. You'll make lots of mistakes. Some people give up because they feel overwhelmed. My take. If you're shy or anxious, listening first might feel safer. If you're extroverted and learn by doing, speaking first could work. Comparison number 2. Skill development speed. Listening first. Your listening improves fast. After 3 months, you can understand 70 to 80% of native conversations, but your speaking might still be slow because you haven't practiced muscle memory. Speaking first. Your speaking fluency improves faster. You can have basic conversations within weeks, but you might miss nuances and make pronunciation mistakes because you haven't absorbed enough input. Real example, I had 2 students. Student A used listening first. After 6 months, perfect comprehension but struggled to form sentences quickly. Student B used speaking first. After 6 months, could chat easily but made grammar mistakes. The verdict, both developed skills, just in different order. Comparison number 3. Error tolerance. Listening first. You'll make fewer mistakes when you finally start speaking because you've internalized correct patterns. But when you do make mistakes, you might feel more frustrated because you should know better. Speaking first. You'll make lots of mistakes early on, but you get comfortable with failure faster. Research shows students who embrace mistakes learn faster in the long run. Cultural note: Asian cultures often prefer listening first because of fear of making mistakes. Western learners often jump into speaking first because they value communication over accuracy. My advice: mistakes are data, not failures. Both approaches will have errors, it's just timing. Comparison number 4. Real-world use cases. Listening first is best for passing listening exams like IETLS or TOEFL, understanding movies and podcasts, jobs where you need to understand but not speak much, for example, as a translator. Speaking first is best for travel and social situations, job interviews and presentations, building confidence quickly. Here's the key question. What do you need English for? Need to pass an exam soon? Listening first might help. Need to survive abroad next month? Speaking first is essential. Comparison number 5. Long-term effects. Listening first. Long-term. Excellent pronunciation, natural intonation, strong comprehension. Risk. You might develop passive vocabulary, words you understand but never use. Speaking first. Long-term, high fluency, strong confidence, active vocabulary. Risk. Fossilized errors, mistakes that become habits because you never corrected them early. The truth. After 2 to 3 years, both groups end up at similar levels if they eventually balance listening and speaking. Bottom line. The starting point matters less than consistent practice. Okay, here's my honest answer after teaching thousands of students. Don't choose one or the other. Do both, but in a smart order. Here's my recommended strategy. Phase 1. First 2 to 4 weeks. Listening dominance. 80% listening, 20% speaking. Listen to English 1 to 2 hours per day. Podcasts, YouTube, audiobooks. Shadow speak. Repeat what you hear, even if you don't understand everything. Learn 10 to 20 high-frequency phrases. Why? You need to train your ear first. If you can't hear the difference between ship and sheep, you can't say it correctly. Phase 2. Week 5 to 12. Balanced practice. 50% listening, 50% speaking. Find a language partner or tutor. Have 15-minute conversations 3 times per week. Keep listening to input daily. Why? Now you have enough mental library to start experimenting with output. Phase 3. Month 4 and beyond. Speaking dominance. 30% listening, 70% speaking. Join English-speaking groups or online communities. Record yourself speaking and self-correct. Still listen to challenging content like TED Talks and podcasts. Why? You've built the foundation. Now it's time to activate and solidify. The secret. It's not listening versus speaking. It's listening then speaking with overlap. Still confused? Here's a quick self-assessment. Choose listening first if you're very shy or have high anxiety. You have 6 or more months before you need to speak. You learn best by observing first. Choose speaking first if you need English now for travel, work, or emergency. You're extroverted and learn by doing. You don't mind making mistakes in public. Do the hybrid approach if you have normal anxiety levels. You want balanced skills. You have 3 to 6 months to prepare. My personal recommendation: 90% of learners benefit most from the hybrid approach. Which one fits you? If this episode helped you, I'd love to hear from you. Are you currently focusing more on listening or speaking? And what's your biggest challenge? Let me know. Remember, the best approach is the one you actually stick with. Thanks for listening. See you next time.